I want to prosper. I want to prosper. I want to prosper. I want to prosper. Hey, Marvin, Primera Auto PH. What's happening, my man? How are you?
All good, Dennis. So, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching. Good afternoon to all the viewers out there. So, my name's Marvin, and I am the co-founder of Primera Auto PH shops.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, great seeing you here online, offline, and all the time. And yeah, maybe as we jump in, I'd love for you to maybe just tell everybody about your background and how Primera Auto PH got started. That would be awesome.
Let's just start first with the name. We came up with Primera Auto PH shops, or we call it PAPS. It's an abbreviation. It's actually the abbreviation, the PAPS. No, so
Okay.
it's a common car language amongst car enthusiasts when I was in college. So we call it PAPS. You know, whenever you address somebody, especially a stranger. For example, you saw in the parking, there's um a good sedan. I won't name the brand, but for example, you saw a good sedan that is all set up, the muffler with the spoiler with the kits, and then you will just randomly approach them, or you'll or if ever you have that car, you'll be randomly approached. Hey, Paps, ano yung setup mo? Ganyan yan. So, here in the Philippines, no? Pero, yun we don't usually, when you're young, you don't use the word boss. Kasi boss usually if it's pagka you're on the professional side na. Kasi
Hmm.
it's also a common parang terms of endearment for strangers rather than saying sir or first name based yung boss. Pero for us, na younger generations before, we call them Paps. Okay, ang setup natin dyan sa muffler mo ah. Paps, magkano score mo dyan? Paps, saan mo na score yan? Mga ganyan. So, there, until, ayan time passed, and then sabi ko, sige, let's just use the Paps since these kids are using that. So, just a background about Primera Auto PH is just a e-commerce, anything about car accessories, car services for any cars, for any sedan, SUV, pickup, van. So name it, we mostly have it. All right, from old cars to the newer ones, we have it. So if you're looking for someone who is, medyo okay kausap, kasi sa online talagang ang daming bogus sellers, ang daming malalabo kausap, or they won't really bother to reach out. Kasi that's a problem with most sellers. They'll just chat away, especially sa e-commerce. Sabi nila, they're too busy, they have a lot of customers. So anyhow, I'm taking this too long. I mean, basta that's the company itself. We've
Got
established
it.
it during the pandemic. Anyhow, ayun,
Yeah. So
it's fun.
basically,
It's fun. Yeah.
I can call you Paps from now on.
Yeah. You can para ano tayo, still young, 'di ba? Kasi just
There
like
you
what
go.
I've mentioned, yan, sa mga college boys yan. So, when you rev up the gas, when you rev up your car, I think you set up ni Paps, ano kaya yun? Mga ganyan.
I guess
Diba?
it's kind of like the "Hey, what's up, bro" version
Yes.
of the auto culture, right?
Yes. And yun nga, it's a universal language ng mga how will I say it, kids, because wala I'm on my 30s now, so I will just call them kids. So yeah.
All
Ikaw
right,
talaga
Mister.
Tito Dennis
I'm gonna call you Kuya Paps. Kuya
Kuya pa.
Paps. Well, one thing I like about the name is you've got a story, and that's
Yeah.
really important. And that story really connects with, perhaps one of your many ideal customers that you're really targeting. Before we get into the ideal customer, though, tell us about the story of how you started this business.
Actually, it started during the pandemic kasi parang those times sabi ko, dami kong time, dami kong whatever, 'di ba? Kasi before I was in the corporate, my background was in the marketing for about 10 years, marketing, sales, and events. So I'm also into liquor pala, Dennis. If our view, for the sake of our viewers, I'm into liquor. So actually, I was thinking to going for liquor business or car business. So yun, during the pandemic, sabi ko, madami tayong time, marami tayong ano. Tapos I was thinking of putting up a business, either selling liquors or going for another business or food. Kaya so the problem kasi with pandemic, ang dami na nagbe-business ng for food or the other essentials like face mask. So I thought na baka there are other opportunities kasi for every struggles or for every downsides kasi I mean there are people who rise up. So I've observed that maraming mga car dealers who offered yung very low down payment during that time. So meron nga as low as 5,000. Can you believe that? Parang apparently, no, allegedly 5,000 you can get a car. Pero I don't know if it's true. Pero yun yung press release nila. Tapos sabi ko, sige, since people are mas may capacity sila to buy and medyo conscious na sila on, commuting, taking a bus or something like that. So they tend to buy cars since, you know, um, madali na yung payment, maliit pa yung down payment nila para makuha ng car agad-agad. Tapos sabi ko, sige, I'll just tap that market rather than going for for the big competition of yung mga food, yung mga other essentials that time, no. And for me, it's a good business because eto talaga may mga buying power talaga sila, no. We really tailored a specific ad. Yun yung one of our strategies was to create a Facebook ads specifically targeting our target audience who are really yung mga car owners and who has kasi you can set it up. I cannot or I don't want to go into details into that kasi masyado siyang mahaba. Kulang yung time. Anyhow, so yun, we've decided to hop on to the car niche and we started with the car mattings. So car mattings for everyone's information. Ito yung nilalagay natin sa cars natin. Pero normally, meron na siyang free from the casa or from the dealer. Pero carpet style lang siya. As in, carpet lang, no? Pero what we sell is yung mga, it's combination of plastic, premium plastic, and rubber. So, it really fits each car model. Hindi siya universal kasi some people will tend to kasi ang hirap talaga ng carpet. So some people will, tend to buy sa local hardware nila nung universal uh matting. But the problem with that is wala, hindi siya ganun ka-fit. Whereas yung ginagamit namin na brand, can I say the brand, Dennis?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Alright.
go for it,
So
man.
we started with Hippotech mats and
Okay, I've
Shark
seen
floor
this.
liners. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's really good brand because talagang ano siya tailor fit for each car model. So for example, you have uh, an SUV, no? I won't mention the brand of the car. So for example, you have an SUV, talagang from the side to the likod, talagang fitted siya. So it's very important to have those during those times kasi uh, some people talaga are no choice talaga kung hindi lumabas kasi they have work na on-site or they are field workers. So kasi 'di ba talagang very OC tayo that time na linis tayo
Mm-hmm.
alcohol, but one thing na nakakalimutan natin is our shoes, no? So if we walk into a hospital or place na medyo tawag dito medyo maraming COVID, so matatapakan pa rin natin yung virus, madadala natin sa car natin. So actually, sabi nila, hindi naman ako doctor to say it, pero nakikerry pa rin yung virus through the car. So, that's one way to talaga, to really mapabilis yung sanitation is to have a deep dish matting. Kasi rubber
Mm-hmm.
plastic lang siya, tapos isprayan mo lang alcohol, edi goodbye germs somehow. Diba? As compared to the carpet. So, ayun, we started with those products and then eventually as months passed, we acquired different accessories, different services from different shops. So we have a network of partner shops na specialty shops who specialize in ceramic coating, in PPF, in tint, something like that. So,
So
yon.
basically,
Basically, that's the
you
short story. May long version pa yan.
yeah, well, it sounds like you really started your business on an area that you were interested in. You know, the auto and automobile parts scene, that was something that you kind of grew up with, and you decided to turn that into a business. Yet the timing of when you started, you were helping people solve a problem with keeping their car clean, organized, and as virus free as they could, and specializing in those what I love. I mean, I can't stand that those floor mats, after spending a lot of money on a car, they don't give you a very high quality product when it comes to the floor mat. So I'm a big fan of those deep dish floor mats. Have a pair myself that came from you guys, right?
Yeah. Thanks for the support, no, Dennis, and hope you're loving the Hippotech mat for your SUV.
Oh man, love those. Big fan. Will always stick to that from now on for sure. But basically, it sounds like that's how you got started. And then once you found people like you or me that has that same interest to keep their floor matting at a certain quality, at a certain level of cleanliness, then you're able to build a following with a well-known brand. The Hippotech, and what was the other one?
Shark floor liners.
Yeah, Shark. That's another popular one. And from there, you started adding other product lines. Is that pretty much how it worked?
Yes, actually, we added quite number of accessories, products, and services. So when we say services, these are yung mga non-tangible products or well, it's a combination din pala. So when you say services, yung mga tinting service, ceramic
Mm,
coating, PPF or paint protection film, so things like that. And even ano, pa pala, yung mga disinfection.
I love that because
Uh-huh.
the reality is people spend so much money on a vehicle, and with the ceramic coating and the detail services, it's important that you make your investment last. So I can see how those can be add-on services. And like when you started the business, what were some of the challenges? Was it harder to start, or was it harder to continue, harder to expand? What are the things that you felt like that were the biggest struggles that you faced?
Hmm. Actually, there's a lot actually. I mean, every business owners naman have their own struggles, they have their wins and everything. But for me, I think let's just start first with the biggest challenge that I had, and then let's parang ano na lang doon. Siguro for me, from what I can remember, the biggest challenge that we had was with this one courier. So
Mhm.
they deliver our products basically. So they deliver nationwide through provinces and islands. They were good, really. They were really fast. People were loving it in terms of, you know, darating in good condition. Kasi most products during the pandemic kasi, if coming from Manila, tapos papadeliver mo from far south, like for example sa Iligan, Mindanao, sometimes, no, lalo pag hindi maganda yung product mo itself, minsan darating daw sira or deformed
Mhm.
kasi it's one factor is the logistics. So we had this one partner logistics, okay talaga sila, super mabilis. Okay yung item. However, there came to a point na yung mga remittances nila or the collections from the customers were not hindi siya nare-remit sa account namin through our online wallet because apparently the company was struggling in terms of financials. So
Okay.
they're holding all the apparently no or allegedly they were holding all the collections. So isa na kami doon and umabot siya about 100,000 150,000 worth of collection. That's only
Oh,
for ano a matter of 1 month or 2 months.
Okay.
Or 1.5 pa nga yata eh. So, ang tagal nandun yung pera, 150,000. So, it was a big challenge for us kasi of course, suppliers were really asking us for the payments, 'di ba? Oh, ano, Paps, ano yung payment natin for these item? Naka ano siya, THESE, these, no? Hindi this. Plural
Yeah.
siya, alright? So, sabi ko, Paps, wait lang, medyo nagigipit tayo sa ano eh, kasi si courier. Pero syempre, at the supplier's perspective, it's not my problem, it's your problem, 'di ba? So, medyo nasisira na tayo sa supplier that time. Pero we came up with a great idea rather than waiting for those products. Why not we go for other alternatives na makakapag-profit sa atin, makakapag-profit
Okay.
for the business. So then we tap into yung mga other accessories nga na nagpapa-drop shipping at saka yung mga services na zero investment kasi we'll just have to refer our new existing clients to their shops. Tapos
Mm,
it's a bonus as well if they have like home service feature pa. So it's one big help for the customer that they won't go out, they don't have to really drive far or whatever. So isa din yun sa mga nakatulong sa amin to pay the suppliers, and luckily somehow si courier was able to pay us about 100,000, pero the rest ano na siya, charge to experience as we say it.
got
Kumbaga
it.
part of the business, part of the investment, part of the tuition fee, you learn from it. So goodbye 50,000.
Oh
medyo,
man.
medyo masakit, pero 'di ba? It's part of the learning, 'di ba? It just
Well,
charges the
good thing you can, you know, laugh about it a little bit. I mean, every cent counts these days, but it sounds like it was a lot of it had to do with, I guess, dealing with suppliers, all the logistics related to it, and in this case, or probably like any business case, you have to have reliable partners and reliable suppliers. And sometimes you don't know what their current status is. But sounds like you got stuck, naipit kayo dyan, and you had a lot of
yeah.
orders that were pending. So then you guys, uh, I guess we're going back to the creative drawing board, and you said, "Hey, let's not just solve this problem by adding more physical products." Sounds like you guys said, "Let's try to offer, the intangible services that people need, right? That you can upsell or cross sell." And those were the the ceramic. I did that too to my car as well, because man, again, you want your car to be looking good and not have to worry about it, right? So that's great that you can now sell both physical products and services, and you're doing that online, which is fantastic. Because if you don't mind sharing, I mean, how big is your operation? Like what, do you have a bunch of people or warehouse? I mean, without getting into the gory details, but it's amazing that you can do this and create a great business. But love to hear about, what's the makeup of your business?
So actually, um with all the stories that I'm telling you now, we have these products and whatnot. Would you believe that yung house namin is just 2 story. So, sa baba is my office. Sa likod is a small, ano lang, it's a small warehouse slash bodega slash stock room, no? Tapos sa taas, there's where we live. So, talagang very tipid kasi we don't have to like rent a place. We don't have to pay for employees. Actually, I have um one employee. I have a virtual assistant with me,
Okay.
so she's the one who's taking care of the admin works or other tasks na computer stuff na kaya niyang gawin. Tapos yun,
Dude.
basically that's how it goes. I mean, I don't have a big warehouse. I don't have big operations in terms of branches or whatever. Just like what I've told you, I have a parang network of connections. Kasi, 'di ba, going back to the story kanina, during my high school day, during my college days, Paps, saan mo pinagawa yung ano mo, ganyan. So, i-refer mo siya. O, pinagawa ko yan dito kay ganitong shop. Eh kaso, the
Yeah.
problem, wala naman silang kita doon. So, yung idea ko doon, sige, lalapitan ko tong si ganitong magaling na shop, kakausapin ko, business or shop, kami si ganito, we have this big of network of clients, probably you can refer them to you. O sige, I mean, we'll just babato lang namin sa'yo, kayo nang bahala sa kanila kahit wala kami dyan. So that's one good thing. You leverage on wherever you are or whenever you are. I mean,
Yeah.
kasi sometimes, 'di ba? Um pag sinabi kong whenever, kasi for example, ako, I'm busy on a weekday. Tapos may isang client gusto let's say, magpa PPF. So sabihin ko sa kanya, please look for, go to this shop, this our partner shop, trusted yan, specialized on PPF. So you go to them, you mention me or you mention our company, and then they'll give you discount. Pero actually, that
Hmm.
discount is not really discount. Pero they will really appreciate that because wow, kung dumiretso pala ako doon, walang discount. Pero with you guys, di ba? With Pops, meron kayong discount, di ba? So,
Yun.
yun lang. Tapos, at the end of the day, sila yung gagawa ng everything, ng PPF and whatever. Ako, I'm working somewhere or I'm sleeping or doing anything na, without me physically being there, commission comes in. Di
Yeah.
ba?
I love it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you're one of the hardest working guys I know out there, and you're very consistent with your online presence and on social media, and you've got quality products, right? So
Thank you, thank you.
yeah, so it's awesome, or even better, that you can run a business really lean, because you can really do it without all the complications, especially by powering your business with technology. So that's awesome, man. So now when you look at the journey, and you look back, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot of successes moving forward, because that's just the kind of person that you are. But so far, is there anything that you're most proud of, or is there a milestone that you guys recently reached or you're about to reach that you'd like to share with us?
Actually, yan din yung ano natin eh. Every day naman is a win. Pero the most, how will I say it? The most treasured success that I have is really keeping the customers talaga. Kasi
Mhm.
these customers talaga, especially in the car industry, these are people na very busy. They don't like na walang time yan to listen much to you or what. Basta ang importante sa kanila, you deliver. You deliver. So if, for example, if you promise them color red, you should deliver red, not violet, not ano ba yung nearest sa mga red? Hindi ko alam yung mga red combinations. Yung mga
Pink,
fuchsia-fuchsia, ganyan, pink, 'di ba?
purple.
Kasi medyo bad trip eh. Kasi ako, I buy things online. Tapos, made-dead end situation ka. 'Di ba? You saw online, ganito yung product. Ay, ganda. 'Di ba? Pero when it arrived to you, ay, ba't ganito? Tapos sasabihin sa'yo ng seller, ay, ganyan lang po talaga yan, ma'am, sir. 'Di ba? Pero
Oh,
kami, since we're carrying branded and we have this specialty shops, minsan overpromise pa nga daw eh. Sabi mo, Paps, Marbs, bakit sa picture ganito pero sa personal mas maganda pala? Thank you.
yeah. Well, even if, like, again,
Mm.
these things are aftermarket, they're supposed to be tailor fit. And if it doesn't fit your car, I mean, that gets really frustrating. Like, you ordered something for your model, your year, your make, and then medyo, what do you say? Uh,
Sablay.
yeah, it's like uneven or something, and
Right.
you're that man, that's the horrible situation to feel when you're a customer. So
Uh-huh. Kaya nga
so
eh.
really,
So these customers talaga, they don't give a wala silang pakialam what your excuse is. So if you don't deliver what is promised, talagang sira ka na sa kanila. Sorry will not work or sometimes sorry will Siyempre ako may experiences din akong ganyan, pero sorry, well, okay, sige, okay lang, okay lang, okay lang, okay lang. Pero that okay, wala na. Hindi na sila order sa'yo. They won't refer anything or anyone. 'Di ba? Wala namang no hard feelings, 'di ba? Total ano, pero yun nga eh, we have a big percentage talaga na win kami in terms of delivering the service. Number one, fast delivery, good payment options with the help of Prosperna through credit card, through COD, through other payments. So actually, that's one edge that we are really proud of na through other platforms out there. Tapos, yun nga, with good customer service, kasi one of my key secrets is really I call them, no, I call them, Paps, Marvin here from Primera Auto PH. So would like to just verify your order. Mga ganyan. So they really appreciate that na you have parang nasi-share ko na yung secret ko ah. Hindi, pero
Well,
honestly, kasi ako as a buyer, I want everything to be clear. So I'm putting my shoes into their situation na, okay, I'm buying this very expensive product, no? Kasi hindi naman yung tigo 100 lang, 'di ba? So you want to discuss the details na, when it arrives, for example, may ganito, you ganito yan. O, 'di ba? Para at least they are aware. Unlike sa other sellers kasi online, wala. Ay, sorry ma'am, ganyan lang po talaga. Dead end situation ka ngayon.
oh
That's why
Jesus.
many people are uh kind of what do you call that? Nadadala na sila or they're quite skeptic on buying things online. But with most of the with most of the comments, yun din isang win situation din that I really treasure is when people mention me online. So for example, sa isang car group na medyo prominent,
Hmm.
so tag nila ako, tatag yung page. Oh.
Where is this, on
Actually,
Facebook, on
on
Instagram? What?
on Facebook,
Okay.
and then thanks to Marvin Onal, thanks to Primera Auto PH for having the
There you
ganyan-ganyan.
go.
I mean, I'm not paying those people to post that. Kasi there are some sellers that they're in yung strategy nila eh. No, oh, boss, bibigyan kita ng free shipping. Basta itag mo lang ako sa Facebook ha. Tapos sabihin mo maganda,
Oh,
ganyan. That's their
gotcha.
strategy. I have nothing bad about it. But magkakadalihan eh kapag ka nag-DM yan or nag-direct message eh. Di may message siya, 'di ba? Oh, customer sabihin nung pare, saan mo ba binili yan? Eh di kay Paps. Oh, kung kanino pa sorry, hindi sa akin. Sabihin natin doon kay ShopX, 'di ba? Okay, ShopX, kamusta naman? Actually, pangit eh. Binigyan lang niya ako ng discount para daw i-post ko online, pero to pangit talaga eh. Mga ganyan. Ayun. So, sa amin, I am very proud na these people are not paid. No, hindi sila, I don't pay, I don't give them any discount or special offers. Pero sometimes, no, pagka ganun, siyempre pagka nag-repeat naman sila, sometimes, siyempre, bibigyan ko na yun ng free shipping or what. It depends. Pero, medyo mabait din ako eh. Pagka humirit ng, Paps, tingin naman, discount. Sige, let's meet at the middle. How much is your asking price? Yung mga ganyan. Oh, no
There you
problem
go.
with me. Diba?
So you
Kasi,
can even still negotiate with customers, even though you got primarily an online business. But
oh,
um, what I love so far is, you know, even a very simple, lean business like yours, one that focuses on the auto industry or any industry for that matter, it's, you know, creating happy customers. That's the big win. That's how
ye-
you grow the business, right?
yes, it's really important talaga. Kasi wala eh, masisira ka eh. Kasi you cannot really underestimate one customer. Kasi you don't know, si ganito pala, doktor pala yan. Si ganito pala, engineer pala yan. Kahit yung hindi naman sa we judge them by their looks or by their Facebook profile. Pero sandamukal pala yung kotse niyan. I mean, I had this one customer talagang if you're going to look at him, not really discriminating him, but most people kasi would like to really judge a book by its cover. Pero talaga yung
Yeah.
itsura niya para talagang hindi siya ganon. Pero this guy has like three off-road SUVs, one premium van for Sundays lang daw niya yun, for the family. Tapos ang dami pa niyang kotse. Sabi ko, boss, baka meron ka pang ano diyan. Paps, baka meron ka pang bakante dyan, dito sa amin maluwag yung parking. Eh, kaya lang, he's in Cagayan. Shout out to you, Sir Dennis din yung pangalan niya.
Hey
Dennis
man,
din.
they must
Oo.
be.
Dennis B. Ay, hindi ko na sabihin yung full name. Basta he's in the construction business. So, yun. Yeah,
That's
talagang
a
sabi ko, talagang kailangan alagaan tong mga taong to. Hindi tayo sasablay sa deliveries and whatnot. Kasi, lang, probably, baka, pero we built naman a good rapport with each other. We call every time I order. So, tiwala na siya. Sometimes, babayad pa yan. Oh, sir, wala pa yung wala pa yung product dyan pero babayaran ko na kasi sometimes most of the products are
yeah.
pre-order. Oh sir, send mo na yung BDO details. Sorry. Send mo na yung bank details mo. I don't want
It's
to
all good,
mention the,
man.
the ano. Oo. So yun, send mo na. And most customers talaga, send me the link where I will pay. Send me the ganyan. 'Di ba? Tapos yun nga, isingit ko lang ulit. I mean, i-emphasize ko lang now that we are partnered with Prosperna, it's easier for people wherever they are, they can pay through flexible payments like credit card, debit card, COD. Whereas before kasi
Gcash.
medyo GCash as well.
Yeah.
Dati kasi super mahirap
Hmm.
kasi before parang kailangan if you're going to pay via card, you have to swipe it. Pero paano kung nasa Mindanao ka, nasa Visayas ka, nasa far north Luzon ka, how will you pay someone online? So through another marketplace which has, high cut to the sellers. So with Prospera
Yeah.
talagang medyo ano talaga tayo dyan, solid supporter. Hindi pala medyo, talagang solid supporter tayo dyan because of
There you go,
this
Paps.
oo. Diba?
That's awesome.
That's yun talaga one essential part of the operations is having those many payment options.
Well, let's jump to that, and that's great that you're one of those guys that wants to help others and give whatever advice that you can. If there's you know one single piece of a suggestion or advice from your experience with starting your business, facing challenges, adopting technology, whatever the case might be, is there any one piece of advice that you'd like to share with the Prosper Nation and other business leaders and entrepreneurs out there?
To all our viewers and these mga aspiring entrepreneurs who wants to start their own business talaga. I mean, hindi naman I'm not an expert on business, pero from what I did and from
Mm.
what I learned through the years na pala talaga, no? It's like that. Dennis, parang last 2020 lang, no? We were talking on the phone. I was,
Kuya Pops.
oo, actually, mai-segue ko lang. The first time we talked sa telephone, I was in nasa office ako ng courier. Tapos I was like nakasando lang, yung typical pambahay ganyan. Tapos I was talking to the clerk. Sabi ko, "Ate, pwede ba kung may ka-meeting lang ako sa phone? Pwede ba dito na lang kasi maingay sa labas?" Tapos nagulat sila. Ba't sila nag-i-Englishan? I mean, yung sa look ko na nakasando, hindi pa naligo, pawis na. Well, di naman pawis na pawis, pero medyo pawis. Tapos I was talking to you back in the telephone that was around December yata, diba? Or November if I remember it correctly. So,
Well, hey man, never
yun,
judge a book
diba?
by its cover, man. Just
Kaya talaga,
take
I
care of
mean,
your customers.
ang bilis, sabi sa'yo, years na pala yun. It was like 2021, I guess. No?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Time flies. Time
2021.
flies.
Wow. Anyhow, so going back to the question about the piece of advice is number one, get a virtual assistant that can help you
Yeah.
on the admin tasks para at least you have more time for yourself, for your family. Kasi it's not always you na magaling. Alright? Kasi that was my problem before. Hindi, kaya ko yan. Ako yung magaling magganto ganyan. The problem was, ay 12 na pala, hindi pa ako nagdi-dinner. Diba?
Well,
Kasi,
yeah. I mean, I think that's a really good piece of advice because a lot of business owners, it's okay and absolutely right. I mean, I am very much in the details of the business, but you need to prioritize where you spend your time and the biggest value that you can get for where you spend your time. And that to me is, working with customers, making sure that they're happy, understanding their needs, fulfilling the market, expansion plans, but all that other stuff that doesn't have anything to do with those things, you should absolutely, outsource or, train somebody to do that for you. So that's great advice, even for, a lean business like yours, to make a decision like that. I love it, man.
Kasi, I
So
mean,
what's
yun nga, the freedom of, having your own time, tapos working anywhere. I mean, if yung VA mo or your virtual assistant does most of the admin task or some of the parang not so major tasks naman. For example, last couple of months ago, I was traveling north. So, nag-stop over lang kami. Nag-message, oh sir, may customer na tayo. Oh, ganun lang, di ba? Parang we just have like a short drive, short travel. Ay, ganun lang, oh. Instant, may pang ano na tayo, may pang gas na tayo. May pang gas na tayo.
now
Diba?
you're gonna
Kidding
upgrade
aside,
your trip.
yeah, kidding aside, pero 'di ba, I mean, yung hindi ka kasi most of the startup business talaga, super tutok talaga sila. Nothing wrong with it. Pero yun nga, the feeling of somehow mayroon kang time freedom in a way, 'di ba? Na hindi naman na-compromise yung quality of work. So, I think that's really good.
That's
So I
great,
think
man.
that's one what do you call it? Unsolicited advice?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oo, yun.
that's awesome, man. Well, now when you look ahead, you know, any big plans, or what does the future have in store for Primera Auto PH and Paps Marv?
Alam mo, Dennis, when you ask me that question last 2020, where are you going for next year? Where are you headed next year? Hindi ko
Yeah.
alam yung sagot ko eh. Hindi ko alam yung sagot ko that time.
Okay.
Sabi ko, sige, probably Dennis, you can help me out. Diba? Sabi ko gano'n. Probably you can lead the path or parang give me hints or whatever. Kasi, number one, nag-iingat ako baka may consultation fee. Diba? Alam mo naman, minsan, pag ano, anyways, hindi, may mga friends tayo na, kunyari, yung mga lawyers. Pero tanong ko nga lang about sa ano, doon sa puno, ganyan. Tapos mamaya, oh, send mo na yung ano, may lawyer's fee tayo.
That's it. That's it.
Anyhow, so going back to the question where I'm headed right now, probably will just continue to expand more, explore more on yung mga partner shops na pupuwede namin. Kasi you cannot really be contented on one shop, two shop, three shops for specialty shops eh. Kasi talagang may lalabas na much better, much cheaper, and much quality. So you will continue to look for those shops and partner with them.
Yeah.
Total, 'di ba? I mean, legitimate business naman tayo sa Primera Auto PH shops. So, and hindi naman conflict because ano eh, we're bringing business to them, 'di ba? Kasi hindi naman nila ako pinapasahod or something. Pero, 'di ba? That's one good thing, referral and partnering with us is one advantage for any shop because wide yung network natin. So if they have branches in other provinces, so mako-cross refer natin yung mga other clients natin. So that's what we're heading for the next year, 2024. More shops, more suppliers, and syempre more business, more clients pa.
There you go. Well, that's awesome, man. And I mean, at least, what I'm hearing from you is, consistent blocking and tackling of all the basics, right? You've got a business that you're interested in, you've got customers that you make happy and people are talking about you. And now it's just more of the same, right? So that's the way to do it, man. Just be consistent. So
Yes.
anyway, well, listen, man, it's great having you here at E-commerce Stories. Everybody, that's Paps Marv of Primera Auto PH. Check him out, and definitely one of the trusted guys out there in the auto parts, aftermarket, automobile services to keep your automobile lean and clean. All right, Marvs, we'll catch you later, buddy. Thanks again, and more success for you and Primera Auto PH. Talk soon, bud.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dennis. And to all our viewers, thank you very much. Call us, visit our page, visit our website.
All right,
Cheers.
buddy. Take care. See ya.
See ya.
Hey, Prosper Nation. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Prosperna e-commerce stories, where we learn and share success stories of e-commerce businesses and leaders. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. My name is Dennis Velasco, founder and CEO of Prosperna. See ya.